Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a how I edit my Instagram photos video. I want to screen record this whole process, so I'll have it up on the screen so you can follow along with what I'm doing. How am I going to explain this? This is how my feed looks right now. So I have a folder on my phone called Photos, and this is basically where I keep all of like my photo editing apps and what I use to edit my Instagram photos. A lot of these I don't really use anymore. On the far right, you'll see Google Photos. That's just where I like store my camera roll, like back it up. The OL Share is for my camera. It's how I get photos from my camera to my phone. So I also don't edit with that. I just get photos from it. My Avery app, I've had this for like years, like so many years, but I don't use it anymore. Let me see. Yeah, these things I think I used to use this app for the whitening feature. I would go in and I would like whiten. Oh, see, it works on the wall here, you can tell. Like it just made the wall like a lot whiter. I used to use that whitening feature a lot. Like in this photo, for example, I whitened the wall with the Avery app to make it look super white with my feed. I'm pretty sure I also whitened this wall. I'm pretty sure I whitened this sand because this was a Texas beach. Texas does not have white beaches. I'm pretty sure I whitened the floor on this photo. I'm just exposing myself here, but I like loved the white look. Yeah, that's what I used Avery for. Photor, I had this app for many years as well. I don't remember what I used to use it for. I think I used to use it for the focus feature. I used to use this enhance thing, low, medium, high, and then I would add my VSCO filters. But I also don't use my Photor anymore, so I don't know why I still have the app, but I don't really have use for it. PicsArt though, I think this one's pretty cool. PicsArt, sometimes I'll use it to like, I could make stickers out of them or just do cool edits, honestly. In a photo like this, I blurred the background and I kept myself in focus. Obviously there's cameras that do that, but I want it to be like more blurred. And I also did the same thing in this photo. So I used to do that for my photos. So, oh my gosh, if I say so one more time. So this is under effects, and then I hit blur, and then I go on the eraser tool, and then I hit person, and then it senses the person. So invert it, and then you can see how it made my background like more blurry. And then I would go in and I would just like touch it up, like it blurred my purse on accident, a little bit of my shoulder. So then hit the check mark, and then I would go in and I'd like tone it down a little bit, fade it a little bit, something like that. Apply. So you can see this is the before, this is the after, before, after. Just this tiniest touch. The one that's on my Instagram, this photo, I didn't actually edit it this way, but this is what I used to do for my old Instagram photos. I also like their brushes tool. Sometimes I would go into my jewelry and add like, you can see, like it just adds like a sparkle. Obviously that one's really big, so you can size it down and add like, you know, bling to your jewelry. I did this to this photo. You can't tell, I did it in my earring on this photo, just to make it stand out more. It's just a cool thing to add very natural, fun touches. I was going to use this photo as an example for today's video. So this is a photo that I took on my recent trip. Recently I've been going into the edit, like on my iPhone camera. I go in and then you have all these like options and stuff, and a lot of these I will go into VSCO and edit with, but the only thing that you can't do on VSCO is you can't go negative on the highlights. So that's what I'm doing. Usually I go to about -50. I try not to go over -50 because then it just starts to look like, I don't know. That's the before and that's the after. It literally makes you look tan in a way. I usually don't really touch anything else. So that's it. So now I'm going to open the photo. So this is how the photo looks with my Instagram feed. This is it unedited. So because this photo has lots of greens and is really naturey, look at a photo that was taken at the similar time of day and has similar colors in it. Copy the edits, and I'm going to paste the edits. And this just gives me a general starting point. It looks super orangey in a way, really faded. All of my photos have the HB1 filter from VSCO on it, and I put them at a +6. If you scroll further down into my feed, like these that are really white and pink, I would put the HB1 filter at about 9 or 10. So I'm going to go into here. I have HB1 at 6, and my exposure, usually I keep it at, I like it at +0.5 for this. I'll keep it there. Contrast at a -0.5. Sharpen, depending on the photo, sometimes the sharpening kind of ruins it. I don't know. So I'm going to leave it at +0.5. Clarity, I'll keep it off. Well, yeah, I'll just keep it off. Saturation, I like it at +0.5 for this photo because it's already pretty colorful. For the highlights, sometimes I just play around with it and see what my eye likes better. I think I'm going to put it at 4. And then, since this photo is already really kind of faded in a way, so I'm just going to keep the shadows at 0. White balance, I used to put my tint at +0.5 and my temperature at -0.5, but recently I've been trying to like warm up my feed, so I've been putting my temperature at +0.5 and my tint at around -0.5. The skin tone setting is something that I really like about VSCO that none of my other photo editing apps have. I always keep it at a +6 because without it I feel like my skin tone looks really pink, and I really like the more olivey, warm tone that it gives. This thing, I don't mess with it at all. I don't like it. Grain. I guess this is just a video of me comparing my old feed to my new feed, but I used to really love adding grain to my photos, and then I realized it makes them look not the best quality. So unless you're going for like that film camera like type of photo, then go for it, because I think it could be really cute. And then fade, since this, usually for my photos I put it at 1, but for this photo it kind of already looks kind of faded, so I'm going to put it at a +0.5. And then the split tone, I also don't mess with it, and then these are just, I don't mess with those either. So, save draft. And then we can already see it just looks nicer, matches with the feed. I really like it. And yeah, I just kind of like look and see what else it would need, because each photo is different. Like this photo that I showed you guys earlier, what makes this photo different is I did turn up the shadows on this photo. I had to turn the temperature down on this photo when usually I turn the temperature up. Saturation, skin tone, sharpen and fade are the same on this photo. So it just really depends on the photo. I don't want to say a time-consuming process, but it does take patience if you really want your feed to look cohesive and together. This is just what I do, and this is fun to me. I honestly really enjoy it. So I'm just gonna end this video right here. I hope this helped you in any way or inspired you to get your feed together. Oh, another thing. When I first was like getting into like the Instagram game, I went onto Pinterest and I looked up like VSCO filter themes, and that's kind of where I got like the jump start for my HB1 obsession and started playing around with what I like most for my photos. There are a bunch of other amazing filters on VSCO that I love. M3 and A6 are like my runner-ups for filters. If I didn't have HB1, I'd probably go for those. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Bye!